All right, Al, thank you very much. You know, Al alluded to off the top, Mississauga's been able to take 5 out of 6 against the Ice Dogs. Last year at this time, Ice Dogs were salivating at the prospect of meeting the Majors because they dominated them. This year, different story. What have the Majors been able to do to ensure a lot of success against the Ice Dogs? Ice Dogs head on the road for the next couple, Sault Ste. Marie on Friday and then Sudbury on Saturday, 2 really important matchups. And Al, as we send it back to you, the good news is this year on New Year's Eve, it's tuxedos. Next year, it's Baby New Year costumes. As we ask you, what's your resolution next year? I know you love my statistics. Here's another one for you. In their 2 years here in Niagara, the Ice Dogs are 2-0 in Game 5s. They beat Oshawa last year 8-3 in Oshawa. They beat Ottawa here at home in Game 5. To go 3-0 and keep this series alive, what are they going to have to do?
Wow. Where do you keep all that stuff? I don't know where you keep it.
I have very little social life. Ice Dogs, as they look ahead to the weekend, you alluded to it briefly. Mississauga tomorrow night in Mississauga, Sudbury to wrap it up at home. Barrie's got a tough closeout with Brampton and Belleville. I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility that Ice Dogs could finish 5th, but I guess they got to focus on their own thing this weekend, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, with 2 games left, they're going to just concentrate on taking one shift at a time and keep getting ready, building momentum to go into that playoff season.
Well, Michael Hutchinson will pick up his 5th shutout of the season. And now, even though you said there was a cheering section for Michael Hutchinson, I think there was some applause for you there as well, as we send it back down to you. All right, thank you very much, Al. And this is sort of what it's all about today. I've got the old Niagara Falls Thunder jersey, and I remember my time as a Hamilton Steelhawks fan before they moved to Niagara Falls. At the last playoff game played in this building was in 1996. You've got the old Niagara Falls Fly. This one's got a little bit more wear and tear on it, as you can see. And this is from the personal Burkholder collection.
That's right. A lot of history in this arena. I got to tell you, a lot of great hockey players came through the Niagara Falls Memorial Arena. Just to name a few, Derek Sanderson, who we saw earlier, Steve Ludzik, Bernie Perron. I mean, great hockey players came through this city. A lot of history in this rink, and it's a great job that the Ice Dog in Niagara are honoring it today.
And from a media perspective, Rick Jeanneret was a broadcaster for the Flyers before moving on to the Buffalo Sabres.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to go as far as say he's going to score 40. I think he'll get 30 for sure. And the key thing, again, Marco Winsem's development over the year was very, very noticeable. He went from a guy with a hard shot who couldn't really hit the net as often as he should have to a guy who really used the shot to his advantage. What I would like to see from Marco Winsem is more of the ability to utilize his size and strength into the corners and at the power play. Don't put him on the point. Stick him in front of the net. He got so many goals. He was so effective, causing havoc out front of the net, shoveling in rebounds, deflecting shots. That's his role.
As we take a look at the matchup of 2 fine point guards in Michael DiGiorgio and Toot Urach. Toot Urach, we talked about, his 2 for 10. He has contributed 5 assists. DiGiorgio only attempting 1 shot, but with 6 assists.
Well, he's just giving the ball to his guard partner who's just unconscious today. So if I'm playing with a guy like that, I'm coming down, I'm going to find him every time. And you shoot till you miss, buddy.
Toronto is shooting 56% from the field in the first half, which is outstanding. What do they do well on offense?
Well, welcome back to the Gatorade Garden City Complex. End of 1 period of play, Ed, and the Ice Dogs lead 1-0. We're going to take a real quick look at the goal here right off the bat, and I guess it's the old cliche, you call it hockey 101. Good things happen when you go to the nets.
Absolutely. Michael Hatson steps over the blue line, knows that he doesn't have an outlet as far as a pass, lets a bomb go on Cullen. Cullen gives up a nice juicy rebound, which they know he's known for that. And there's Thomas Middup to pounce on that rebound and give them a 1-0 lead.
I guess if this was a fight and I was scoring it on points, I'd give it to the Ice Dogs. They really had a lot of momentum in the first period, and that was in spite of the fact that Kingston had 2 power plays.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, Niagara is kind of playing down to a level that they're not accustomed to. They have to take control of this game if they want to be successful and make Kingston play up at their tempo.
It's a 1-goal game, though, and these 2 teams know all about 1-goal games. They've played 2 shootouts so far this season. We will have more after this. You're watching the OHL tonight on TV Cogeco.
And welcome back to the Tate McKenzie Center on the campus of York University. 41-21 is our score. The Lions with a big 20-point lead as they keep the momentum going from Wednesday. And I know Bob Bain and his coaching staff have been searching for that consistency, and so far they led wire to wire against Laurentian. They played a good half against Ryerson.
But this one ends with an Ice Dog victory. They take it in overtime in a thriller, 6-5 over the Battalion. 16-game winning streak is over for Brampton, but they'll get their chance at redemption with the Ice Dogs in town on Sunday.